Well, many thanks for staying with us. We're still looking at the development in Kenya, where we're focusing on the strange illness that is causing a limb paralysis amongst about 90 and over girls in the school. And currently, we have updates that the situation is still being monitored, investigation is still being done. But in the meantime, joining us to discuss this is Dr. Brian Mate Shiluli from the St. Elizabeth Mukumu Mission Hospital, Kakamega County in Kenya. Dr. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Dr. Brian, this is quite a strange illness, and it was presented so. What do you think is likely to be the cause of this? We understand that the blood and urine samples have been taken. The blood sample test is back, and nothing is linking the students to each other. So what can be causing it?
We can't speak with certainty about the exact diagnosis for this illness. Because it's a bit strange and also doesn't meet any criteria for diagnosis. So we are still doing workups to establish what could be the cause.
Okay, Dr. Chiluli, now the Education Ministry in a statement said that classes would continue as normal for other pupils in the school. And, there have been questions flying around this. We've seen where students are in school and then some fall sick and it, of course, becomes contagious and it spreads. And of course, there are fears that whatever it is that's going on with the students could spread to other students in the school and possibly even outside the school. As a medical practitioner, do you think that students should still be in school, even though we hear school has been closed, but some students are still coming? Should the school not be completely shut down while investigations are ongoing?
So currently we are engaging all the stakeholders for the investigations to go on. The Ministry of Health is on board. The Ministry of Education is on board. The students who are still in school are those who are preparing for examinations, though the board is still having meetings to see if they should continue being in the school or not. One of the things that we've not established is whether this is contagious or not.
Okay.
So that will inform our decision whether we should close the school down completely or not.
All right, Dr. Brian, now a lot of people would say that this has happened before, and every time that there is a viral disease or infection in schools, it's most likely caused by stress. But some people will disagree because this doesn't look like a stress-triggered illness. So what is it? Is it something that is caused by stress? Because we understand that Kenyans do not joke with their school curriculum. And there's been complaints even that when it comes time to exams like this, most people are under so much pressure because they want to outperform. They want to, represent the school in a good light. So does this have anything to do with stress, do you think?
Yes, we can't ascertain it to stress because if you look at the population that's affected at the moment, mostly are the Form 1, Form 2, and part of Form 3 students. We have a very small percentage of those who are preparing for the exams being the culprit for the same illness. Now, during our initial reviews, we tried to establish if there could be any other underlying source of stress at school or even stress, but we didn't establish any.
Okay. Dr. Brian, now there are a lot of conspiracy theories flying around concerning this particular, would I say, illness that we are beginning to see. Some are saying that, of course, this is Africa, and we cannot completely separate this from the supernatural. While others are saying it's possible that the girls may have I see the smile on your face there. I did that too. Some are saying that the girls may have taken some kind of treatment, suggesting a vaccine maybe, and that this could be a kickback or an after effect of the vaccine. How true is this?
I don't think in the history of vaccination, if there is a isolated vaccine that was given this very particular population of students in this particular school, which you could associate to the similar symptoms that are being presented from the students, because I don't think we have had such a program to vaccinate students in that particular school alone. So if it was a vaccine, we could also expect to see it in other population or other schools as well.
And
the other aspect of,
okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
The other aspect of supernatural powers in Africa, we have people, of course, who would want to say this could be demons, this could be a power that's beyond the medical knowledge. And for us in medical practice, we believe in evidence-based practice. So we have to go to the root cause of this, and that's why we are still running investigations to know what exactly is causing this.
All right. Now, do we understand? Do we have any reports or updates of any of the girls who have at least recovered from this illness?
Yes, we have those who've recovered. In my facility, I have 43 students who are admitted from from Tuesday actually. We've discharged 19 of them today. And then we also have other 3 facilities that have admitted them, but we have had those who've been stable and be discharged home. They have regained their power in the lower limb, they're able to walk normally. Now, it's very difficult for me to say with the certainty that they are fully recovered, because we cannot know the sequelae of a disease because it's a new disease or a strange disease that we've not experienced it before. But I can tell you that we have those who've recovered and have been discharged home, and others have gone back to school.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Brand. But just before we go, you did mention that some of the students in your facility. What's the mood like, among the parents of these children, particularly those who are in your facility?
Like any other parent, when they came, I think the first day they were a bit worried, and some of them may not come into contact with their pupils. So we had a bit of a challenge, a lot of anxiety from the parents, but we gave them a bit of time to talk to their girls. And then after that, we also had a debriefing session with them to reassure them that we were doing the best, what could be done to know exact cause of what was going on. The girls, their mood is, you could say euthymic, because it's very strange when you see your colleague walking in a staggering gait, but they look normal when they sit down. So for them, we're also doing psychotherapy, and we're hoping in due time they'll be okay.
All right, Dr. Brand. Dr. Brand, thank you so much for joining us on this, and we definitely do hope that the girls, all of them in total, get better, and that the doctors like you will be able to find the root cause of this particular strange illness. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brian.
Thank you, you're welcome.